Mr. Dundare, welcome back. It's good to see you again, Gene, and thank you for your service to this nation as well as your colleagues. During both the committee hearing at which you testified in February and subsequent hearing in the Government Operations Subcommittee, which I chaired, we heard that self-certification was a leading cause of fraud in the unemployment insurance program during the COVID pandemic. Thus, it would make sense not to rely on self-certification in the future, and yet the Biden administration is proposing to allow applicants for student loan forgiveness to self-certify for this benefit. Look, I get it. The Supreme Court may decide the Biden administration does not have the authority to forgive student loans. However, it concerns me that we may be poised for another big giveaway because we're relying on self-certification. Would the gentleman please address this issue?
I too was concerned. So I've commissioned a GAO study to look at what the proposed operating procedures would be if they are given the green light by the Supreme Court to go through an income-driven program. And so we'll have a report out on that soon. So I share your concern on that, particularly given what happened in both the unemployment insurance and the Paycheck Protection Program and the EIDL, Economic Injury Disaster Loan Program. Plus, we've seen before on the income-driven repayment plans at the Education Department where they relied on didn't verify the incomes, that a lot of people who reported zero income really didn't have zero income. And so we made a number of recommendations there that they have better procedures to verify the income, and the department's in the process of implementing those recommendations. So you're right to be concerned. I was. We're looking at it, and hopefully we'll have some recommendations if they go forward with that program that can provide better safeguards.
Mr. Dundare, thank you very much. In fact, the subcommittee and this committee would welcome that. As you may recall from the subcommittee hearing, it was virtually a unanimous, bipartisan viewpoint that what happened in this process of the D18 group and the things that occurred was not in the best interest of anyone.
Wow, friends. Our lawmakers are finally taking action. With many states sitting on huge budget surpluses, several states have put forward plans to provide direct relief to their residents. Lawmakers expect their residents to receive extra relief that are worth hundreds of dollars. This money could arrive as a form of bonus rebate checks or tax credits. My dearest friends, can you please make sure that you watch until the end of this video? Also, I will be announcing more winners next Friday for the Walmart gift card giveaway. If you'd like to enter the weekly giveaway, friends, all you have to do is click and like several of my videos, and then comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. The more videos that you watch and then comment on, the greater your chances, my friends, of winning the giveaways. State governments emerging from the crisis built historic cash surpluses as inflation in prices and wages drove up sales and income tax collection. So now many states are reaping another reward. They're banking millions of dollars off those surpluses as the Federal Reserve fights inflation with higher interest rates. States ranging from Democratic-led Massachusetts to Republican-led Texas, as well as politically divided Minnesota, are all sitting on large surpluses that are swelling even further, thanks to favorable interest rates on investments. As legislatures prepare for their 2023 sessions, many governors and lawmakers are proposing to tap into those surpluses to cover tax cuts and greater spending on priorities such as infrastructure and education. Though most states can't afford it, financial experts are nonetheless urging caution because of concerns that the U.S. could slip into a recession. after projecting an unprecedented $97 billion surplus in California just 7 months ago. State officials are now forecasting a $25 billion deficit in the next budget. California imposes higher taxes on the wealthy than most states, leading to pendulum-type swings in tax revenues as the stock market rises and falls. State tax revenues surged well beyond expectations after back-to-back years of double-digit percentage growth in revenues. States ended their 2022 fiscal years with a record cash balance of nearly $343 billion. As of right now, several states across the country are considering new ways to help low-income households financially. Unfortunately, Hawaii is not one of those states. It has been confirmed that Hawaii lawmakers have dropped broad tax relief proposals. According to Hawaii state officials, a few tax credit program changes benefiting lower-income households were advanced by negotiators in the State of House Representatives and Senate. But bigger and broader taxpayer relief proposals promoted by Governor Josh Green were completely dropped. Hawaii taxpayers can expect less generous tax relief than proposed earlier this year, under legislation positioned for final votes next week at the legislature. The agreed-upon tax relief was influenced by recent changes in the state's financial position, including a reduced estimated revenue surplus that was about $2 billion earlier this year. In Utah, the governor is proposing cutting the state's current income tax rate from 4.85% to 4.75%. He also wants to use the state's budget surplus to send checks of at least $100 to households and provide them a one-time property tax rebate. Governor Gretchen Whitmer of Minnesota and other Democratic state lawmakers have proposed a set of tax cuts, including a $180 tax rebate for every tax filer. The plan would also eliminate a retirement tax of 4.25% and expand a match of the federal Earned Income Tax Credit, which is aimed at low and middle-income families. As Joe Biden begins his re-election campaign, his job approval rating among the U.S. public has slipped to 37%. Biden's job approval has been in the low 40s range for most of the past 19 months. A recent poll finds 83% of Democrats, 31% of independents, and 4% of Republicans approve of the way that Biden is handling his job. The rating among independents ties as his lowest for that group. Biden's chances of winning a second term will depend heavily on his ability to win independents' votes. The drop in Biden's job approval rating corresponds with Americans' worsening evaluations of the U.S. economy. In the new survey, 16% rate the economy as excellent, 37% say it is only fair, and 47% rate it as very bad. Many economists fear that a recession is very possible in the near future, and the federal government is facing an impending deadline to raise the national debt limit or be unable to pay its bills. Biden's decision to seek a second term comes at the weakest point in his presidency. His support has mainly been stuck in the low 40% range for several months now. So, dear friends, what are your thoughts on this? Should Biden seek a second term? Please let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. My dear friends, I will be announcing more winners next Friday for the Walmart gift card giveaway. Please make sure that you enter the weekly giveaways. All you have to do is click and like several of my videos and then comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. The more videos that you watch and then comment on, the greater your chances, my friends, of winning the giveaways. The two winners of yesterday's Walmart gift card giveaway is Carol Fiore and Lorma Loza. Congratulations, my friends! To claim your gift card, please check your notifications page and send me a message. Or you could message me on my Facebook page